Hello, it's 15th June 2024. Just a quick update on what is going on. So first up, preparation for cow fodder. I'm thinking it'll be at least another couple of months for us to transfer the cows back to this farm. They're all still in my neighbor's place in Bangalore. But before we bring the cows, one, we wanted to complete the infrastructure over there, the cow shed and the labor shed, water, power and other things. But on the other hand, we've also started preparing the cow fodder. So this section of the land, as you see here, this might be about 1.5 acres. We have sowed two things, mainly for cow fodder. One is maize, that is nut solam, and two kollu, that is horse gram. Very simple preparation. We prepared the land. Earlier we did the 5 plow, as you know, the previous time we did for the full farm. And then there were multiple rains, summer showers mainly. The soil was wet. So we just sowed with the help of, just one labor, with hand. Very simple way of sowing them. No treatment, nothing. We don't intend to take yield out of these. It's just mainly for cow fodder. So after sowing the seeds, with the help of a 9 plow, I think it's called cultivator, we just mix the soil. And there were a few rains right after we sowed, and as you see, things have started germinating. Let me go a little closer and show you. I am unable to identify which one is maize and which one is horse gram, but as you see, things have started germinating very well. I wish there is some more rain here. We have still not gotten ourselves ready for the irrigation. The borewell is there, water is also there, but there's no power, no motor yet. Still waiting for the power connection. It's taking more than expected time. It's been about 2.5 months since I applied for the free power in Tatkal connection. I'm just hoping it will all be done another 1 month or so. The timeline they have provided me for free power is 3 months, that is 90 days. Apart from that, these stones are still lying. We confused what to do with it. There are a lot of rocks. We've tried to blast some rocks from one section where there's too much rocks. I'll quickly show you. So the blasting work is done, but the stones are still huge, like they are real rocks. We absolutely have no idea about how to clear them. One option is to break them down into small pieces, roughly 2 feet, 2.5 feet size stones. That people are willing to buy, but again that involves a labor. I think they are usually costing about 10 to 12 rupees for breaking one stone. On the other hand, there's no person to buy them actually, so we've got some difficulty in clearing the stones. Let's see, we're still exploring some options on how to get them cleared. Apart from that, there's a lot of work going on in the sheds. I gave you an update last time. Now we have reached the lintel stage for the labor shed. I'll show you in a minute. The time right now is about 4. The weather is good, and in the evenings this scene is really beautiful. The sun is at the top and there's a lot of beautiful mountains. There's also a dam nearby. It's called Kesarkuli Dam, which is about 4-5 kilometers from this place. Surprisingly, it has a lot of water even in summer, and it's beautiful. Alright, this is the rocky area that I was mentioning. So this is all blasted. The stones have been cracked. We need to find a way to shift these out. These are black stones, so I'm hoping there's a decent market for black stones, but still nobody is willing to take the rocks as such in this size. We need to spend money to break them down, and then only we can transport it. The other alternative is to bury them in soil, but I'm not too inclined to do that, because I'm thinking if we do that, then it will hinder the growth of trees, especially the ones with taproot. So I want to avoid burying them in soil. This section we have marked it for the farm pond, still exploring different options. They are expensive. At the moment, we are not trying to focus on this work. It is just marked for farm pond. We'll do it at a later point of time. So as you see, there's a person walking on the top of the lintel area. That's at 7 feet. He's doing the curing work. With any concrete, it's so important to do the curing. Usually it's not done properly, so we try to employ a labor. I believe he's taking care of things properly. Things seems to be okay. Per day he's watering the concrete 3 times. This is the southern side entrance for one room. This is the store room, or the one that we will use. The labor rooms are on the other side. So we have done one loft like this at 7 feet height. Behind these are the bathrooms. The quality of interlock bricks is good. However, I do see some small issues, like there are gaps between two bricks. Although the manufacturer is saying they don't have to be filled, we are still planning to do some pointing work. Obviously there are huge gaps in certain sections like this. This is not properly done. It has to be locked properly. It has to be redone a little bit. I've told the installer they'll have to come and fix these things. But otherwise we intend to do the pointing work in these gaps and eventually do some finishing work to just make sure that these cracks are all fixed. For that, the brick manufacturer has given the same clay that is used for manufacturing these bricks. He sent us 5 bags from Kerala, mixed with some chemical, some binding chemical, which is used for manufacturing these bricks, and we'll use them to sort of get the finishing right after everything is complete. So like I was mentioning to you last time, we don't intend to do the mangrove tiles anymore. When we did the math, it's kind of working almost similar to roof slab, maybe 15-20% on the higher side, the roof slab, but I think it's more durable, and we've decided to just do the typical roof slab. That way we'll also use the roof area. We can do some tents, we can use it for extension at a later point of time. So even though we don't have a framed structure with pillars and beams, with the load bearing walls, these are 8 inches by the way, 8 inch thickness. So with the load bearing walls, we can do up to, I believe, 2 floors or even 3 floors. Anyway, we don't intend to do all that right now. We'll do the roof slab and just leave the top open. This section we are planning to do the sump, a multi-purpose sump rather, which will be used for irrigation. I'm also trying to make it look like a swimming pool with a 4 feet depth on one side and 6-7 feet depth on the other hand, on the other side, sorry. That way it'll look like a swimming pool, but obviously it'll be used primarily for irrigation purposes and as a sump for the house and for the cow shed and other things. This is the cow shed. No progress. We just got the stones. We need to resume the work. So these are the stones. There's quite a bit of cost involved in unloading them. People are not skilled at it, but now we've gotten used to it. We used to unload them in this fashion, but they used to break a little bit here and there, but we have to unload them in sides like this. So overall, I think we've made some progress in the last 1 month or so. Still slow, nowhere close to where we wanted to be at this stage. Hopefully we can ramp it up now that the bricks have arrived. We are starting the sump work very soon, and we should finish the cow shed, and then we can just finish off all the wall work, and finally we can do the roof slab. My goal is to move in about 2 months from now, transfer the cows, employ a labor family. There's one person already taking care. He's a neighbor. We've employed him. He's an old person. He's about 60 years of age, but he's pretty good. He knows farming. He knows how to take care of things. He seems to be very responsible, but we'll need to have one more labor family and then we can get started with the tree plantation. Before that, we need to finish the cow shed, labor shed, power, and borer. Okay, that's all the updates that I had for today. See you on a different video later. Bye bye.